Ako si Jocelyn. I am originally from the high mountains of Bontoc Mountain Province of the Philippines. I came from a farmer's family. But they have done their best to send us all to finish school. I call them the best parents in the world. From the virtues of flows, there's a specific person in my life that should be credited for the overall best sister. Our eldest sister, who did all the best she could to bring me where I am now. My sister had the greatest influence on my life decisions because I analyzed the hardships and sacrifices that she has gone through in order for me to have a better life. I wish I could turn back the time, but I will always cherish the time, the laughter, and the sadness we shared together with my sister. She became my first inspiration to make a change and live the life that God wants me to be. Who says that a young woman came from a mountain can make it in the real world? Working abroad and to be away from your family is every overseas contract worker's pains and struggles. Especially homesickness takes over. Now, I felt so independent, and as grew alone, I see the challenges of life. Working in the production life is not easy. I thought every challenge, every mistake I make, and the language barriers that makes feel stupid. I would call it stupid because misunderstanding, misinterpretation, or the language spoken that I cannot understand. It made me more homesick and depressed as I feel the work become more heavy and responsibility for me. Living in the dormitory is one way where you can find who you are. Meeting and living with different people with different life, background, and personalities. My experience living in one room packed with 8 different people brought out the best and worst in me. I learned to make friends, communicate well, and who to go or not to go with. One thing that I amazed and surprised me the very first day was waiting line. You have to wait for the shower when it's time to take a bath, line for the bath to go to work, and finally the morning after work another line in the morning. Moving from one dormitory to another is one decision I have to consider. You don't have a choice since you will be based to a dormitory according to your broker. Thankfully, overnight and stay out is already allowed. Upon deliberation, I have found a place and I call it a home, where you came, have a private and quiet time, where you can rest and reflect the day and for what tomorrow brings.
Ako ilang pet food area.
It's an everyday routine that you have to make it on time. But now, I finally have a place where I do things at my own pace. No lines, no angry mama pentang. I have now a peaceful and quiet place. I would like also to give my deepest thanks to Pastor Chris and Pastora Tessa and whole family of the church. Without them, I will be wandering in the desert. They played a role in my spiritual marker in my life. There is endless love and helping hands that touch and change countless lives.